This is another tutorial by Wholesale Vinyl Fencing. In this one we're going to show you how to assemble one of our privacy vinyl fence gates. For a single gate you're going to have your two uprights, the steel, the rails, your cap, screws, hinge, and a latch. If it's 6 foot wide you'll have a cable truss. We'll show you that at the end. For a double gate you'll just have two of each. One upright for each side. Again, the steel, the rails. If you ordered wheels, hinges, and the latch, and a drop rod with a drop rod holder. For a double gate assembly, you're going to want it to look just like this. So these are wheel carrier holders. You want those on the same side. The drop rod will be on the opposite side. If you ordered wheels, they do not go together like this. They go like this. Remember that. Put these in after the gate is built. When you put them in, you'll just put a screw on each side. You'll hang your gate, you'll put the wheels in, hang your gates, and then go back and then put your screw in it. The drop rod goes in after the gate has been hung and leveled, but I just want to show you how these go together. So that's your drop rod carrier. The other side would be the wheel carrier. Okay, your next step is going to be putting the steel on the pegs. After you get your steel on, then you're going to slide the rails in and just watch this part closely. Okay, this rail has been cut, so make sure you put the cut side down. Then the factory side will be facing up. It looks better. If you don't know which side is up, just look at the cap. It's got a little cap on the top of the upright. That's the top of the gate. In one of our standard gate kits, you'll have to cut the rails. If you have a chop saw, cut it with a chop saw. That's how you get a square cut. Now you have to get the rails centered with the upright, so measure the upright and then divide it in half. Now we have to get the measurement for the pickets. Put the tape all the way into the top or bottom rail and then come down 1.5 inches. For this scenario, it's 30 inches. Now you just mark and then cut your boards. Get the groove side of the board and then you'll just put it right into the U-channel. So you'll slide it through the pockets on the rails into the U-channel. You're going to have to cut the last two boards, so we'll put those in and then find out where it needs to be cut. Mark the edge and then pull it back about 1/8 of an inch and then mark it again. So then we're going to cut it at that mark and then we're going to slide it into the U-channel on the upright. That'll go in cut side first. Slide it into the steel, then you'll ratchet it down nice and snug. Make sure you pull out all the gaps. And then we're going to get set up to screw it together. For a 4-inch peg, you're going to measure over 1 inch and 3 inches from the edge of the rail all the way around the gate. The middle rail is going to be a little bit different. That one you're going to measure each edge. You have to find the center so your screws can go into the pegs and then measure over 1 inch and 3 inches. Now these pegs are round that you're screwing into, so make sure you screw into the peak of the pipe. If you go on the side, the screw will slip and it'll want to tear that vinyl, so go straight into it. Last step, you're just going to screw it all together. Again, make sure your rails are nice and tight. Strap it down if you need to with good solid pressure. You're just going to push those screws and then tap them right through. Now just button it up and that's your gate. If you have a larger gate, you'll have cable trusses. For those, we're going to make an inch on the hinge side at the top at 1 inch. And then you're going to measure up 1 inch from the bottom. Use your cable as a line or however you want to do it, and you're going to make a small mark. That's going to be for the D-rings. If you have wheels or drop rods, it'll have to be put into the bottom rail into the peg. If not, put it into the upright on the marks that you made. Now screw the D-rings in with the self-tapping screws. Hook the turnbuckle at the top or the bottom of the gate. Loop it through the bottom D-ring and then apply your clamp. Rotate the turnbuckle until it gets tight by hand, and then use a tool to get it tight, but not too tight. Once you hang your gate, if you notice there's any type of sag, then you can tighten it to pull any sag out. This will support up to 300 pounds. Snip off the end of the cable, and this would be the complete gate. Again, the hinge would be on the right side and you'd be on the inside of a property if you're looking at the cable. This is about 240 pounds plus gate weight. This is over 500 pounds, and it's where the cable truss breaks. But the gate still holds together pretty well in my opinion. Thanks for watching this tutorial. For more tutorials, visit wholesalevinylfencing.net.